And you chosen here anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And looking back at the steps, it's there among the
Stand, please. Hannah. Once again, keep pushing in, folks. Bit of mass. Don't you room down the floor. Come on, with the boat, lads.
The only real mongrels that live amongst us are the ones in the Dáil who fail to represent us, the Irish people. We are standing here today because we know something isn't quite right in this country. An attack by international ideologies and policies being pushed by all politicians from all of Ireland's mainstream political parties along with their fake opposition. Nationalism is rooted in tribalism. But what is nationalism? I'm going to give a quick word because it's raining and then I'll introduce the speakers. Well, in short, it's the belief that all indigenous people of each nation reserve the right to self-govern and steer their nations in the best direction for the people of that nation, and that's all we want. I can see some fantastic familiar faces who have travelled far and wide to be here with us today. I'm after skipping loads now because of the rain. I want to thank especially to Blighe for organising today's event and for giving me the privilege of being MC. To all our close working organisers, Ivan, Connor, Frank, Jordan, Tommy and our volunteers Owen and Eric and the rest of the stewards. Without these fine men today wouldn't be possible. And to all those who contributed to banners, vests, radios, etc. Jar from Hanser and Cork, thank you. Also to our fine musicians, Siobhan and Darren, and our fantastic piper, can we give them a round of applause? And last but not least, I would like to thank every single one of you who came out here today, and especially to our mini little patriots. And Steve. So now when I follow you, I would like to start welcoming our first speaker, a great hard-working, patriotic family man, Tommy Murphy.
Cork City has never ever in its history seen a crowd of patriots so big. I'm absolutely blown away. The government think that the people are on their side. This definitely says that you're not 100%. I want to thank you all for coming from all corners of Ireland, north and south, and I even met a guy who came back from Switzerland today to be here. So, but there's one lady that inspired me the other day. I just bumped into her there. I don't know her last name, but most of you probably know her. Her name is Teresa. She's from Trimna. This is the woman who stood up for her Christianity and infiltrated an Eid festival and prayed the rosary. She is an inspiration, an absolute inspiration. She is down here with us today. And this is what I want to speak about, is our Christianity, our values. God must be setting the hearts of the Irish on fire this week. With people like Teresa stepping up, we have Enoch Burke, who showed absolute courage in the face of adversity. This is the Christian fire that we need to get this country out of the absolute hellhole we're in at the moment. Because without it, we are not going to make it. We've had a week where the Irish are being dehumanised. And as some of you know, it's step 4 or 5 on the way to a genocide. We need the fate of our forefathers who stood up against Vikings, the Normans, the English, and even at the tip of a sword would not bend the knee, would not give up their faith. This is the kind of courage that we need to get us out of the situation we're in right now. With the past 1,500 years, Christianity, brought here to the shores by St. Patrick, has been ingrained in our DNA. So much so that if we were to lose our Christianity, I believe we wouldn't be Irish anymore. And this certainly would not be Ireland. But unfortunately, back in the late 80s, the sex abuse scandals rocked the church and millions fled. They dropped the armour of God and took off in shame. But I want to talk about that just for a second. I know we have a few minutes here. But I want you to check out a book called Infiltration, The Plot to Destroy the Church from Within, by a guy called Dr. Taylor Marshall. The paedophile phenomenon in the Catholic Church was brought in by the cabal 200 years ago, and by the cabal you all know who I'm talking about. Luciferians, Jewish groups, Freemasons, and now Islamists have been put in to take down our church. In the Gospel, Luke's Gospel, 16:18. Oh, sorry, I got mixed up. Matthew 16:18, forgive me. When Christ said to Peter, "On this rock I shall build my church, and the gates of hell will never prevail against it." I want to send this message to the government who are trying to destroy our faith, who are trying to indoctrinate all our children with Islam, transgenderism and communism, all known enemies of Christ. You will fail. It is written, you will fail. Our kids don't need to be indoctrinated in false teachings of any religion, because we have the truth here. I won't get this one mixed up. John 14, Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me." He didn't say no one comes to the Father except through me, Muhammad, Buddha, elephant-headed guy from India, Stalin, only through him. Every other ideology is false. So you can tell your kids the next time you're told to go to a mosque and listen to that midget al-Qadri, it is heresy, it is apostasy. Do not send your kids. I also want to give Andy Cork a mention. But Andy Cork, I presume you're here today. Andy Cork may or may not know of the significance of when he chose to cover the country in the green, white and gold, the spiritual significance of it. He stumbled upon something amazing, because our flag, the Irish flag, means peace and unity between Catholics and Protestants. Right? And I know we haven't had a great history. We haven't, right? But believe me, we have a worse enemy coming, and the gates of hell are getting very, very close. So we need to come together. Now, I'm going to end this with a prophecy from St. Patrick as he was fasting on a mountain 1500 years ago. One of the prophecies was that Ireland would never fall to barbarians. You can go check that out. This is the man who brought our Christian faith to us. You can trust him. The next one he said, this is sometime after he died, it was prophesied that the light of Christianity would cover Ireland for a long, long time. But then it would dim. It would dim. I think we're in these dim days now, the dimming of the faith. But then he said, little shards of sunlight would break through the clouds and eventually cover the land. And that was to signify the comeback of Christianity all over Ireland, and that it will remain here until the end of time. So look, lads, it's like this, right? Believe in us, believe in our culture, believe in our faith. Go back to mass, get back to the church, start praying, become proper Christians again. God save Ireland.
Wow, where'd you go from there? Tommy Murphy, lads. So next we have Anthony Casey, who's going to speak about the patrols across the country from Shanadina. Welcome, Anthony.
Thanks very much. This is Mr. Anton O'Carty. I'm here to talk about something very important that's been growing across the movement right now. It's called Shanadina. It's a grassroots movement. It's non-political. But if you don't know what it is, the boys in blue that are here certainly know what it is, and so does the state. And they're afraid of it because Irish men and women are coming together. They're afraid. They're sick and tired of being afraid in their own towns. We are 600 strong at the moment, and it's growing more. But 600 is not enough. We need to make sure that we stand up for our communities and not be afraid of the propaganda out there against us. Shanadina is the unification of brave Irish people. It's the concerned grandparent, the worried mother and the angry father that are tired of people roaming our streets and the crimes going through the roof. This is something that ERA cannot allow. So if you want to get involved with something, look for the people with the blue arm badges today and grab one yourself and join your community group and get involved in the patrols. Shanadina is not a slogan, it's a call to action. It's a promise that the next generations will not lose their safety and affordability in this country. And I make a vow today that when our grandkids are sitting on our laps in 20, 30 years' time, that they will not ask where we sat as Ireland got destroyed. We can tell them that we stood up. Brave Irish men and women in this country stood up for their faith and we reclaimed our motherland. Shanadina, earned the bar. Thanks very much.
Well, thank you for that, Anthony. Well, I have a woman now here who's going to blow it out of the water. One of my very good friends, Ciara Manning from Kells. Take your time. Hi, how are you? I'm one of the organisers of Kells Said No. I'm also guilty of interviewing that migrant, the gay migrant up in Letterkenny the other week. You know the one that left his wife and 2 kids at home? That gay, sorry, he's bisexual. He's bisexual. Yeah, that was me. Lads, the country is in a very bad state. We are being invaded. We are being taken over. We are being replaced. But we have been underestimated. Big time. They have no idea. Look at all of this. They have no idea what is coming. This woman got mentioned already by Tommy, but I mentioned her again. Teresa Burke, you're an absolute legend. Her routine was a little bit different yesterday morning. For the first time and last, she put a hijab on and she snuck into Cork Park and she stood in front of hundreds of Muslim men and she said a Hail Mary and she was kicked out of there for doing that. Right back to when they locked you into your house 5 years ago and told you you were going to die from a runny nose. It's all connected. The next one is whack-a-mole. Remember that game with the hammer? And you whack one down and another one appears. That's what they're doing with our communities at the minute. One community gets rid of an epicentre and another one pops up somewhere else. But we're all going to start playing that game back, right? So what we're going to do, right? We're going to get a hammer, just a little one, and we're all going to get behind that one hammer. And when we whack that government down, they will not be getting back up, let me tell you. Lastly, I just want to repeat something I said over in Trin a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure this will be on a big screen in the Dáil on Monday morning, so I hope they're listening. We are not going to stop. We're going to get bigger, better, stronger and louder. This is only a warm-up, lads. We're only getting started, okay? Yeah? We haven't even taken the gloves off yet. So they may start packing out away their offices because their days in Dáil are numbered. Thanks. Well, that's our Ciara from Kells, ladies and gentlemen. She's a powerhouse, that one. Well, I have another very good friend of mine, an absolute true legend. I don't even need the phone to introduce this legend. He is unbelievable up and down the country, our own Fergus Power. Up the levels!
Hi lads, I just want to speak today about this little girl on this board. Her name is Ava O'Brien. Some of you might know her name already. I've been campaigning for her for the last 2 years to try and get justice for her. She was 13, totally fit and healthy, not a bother on her, a brilliant Irish dancer, a phenomenal artist and a gorgeous child. And in her own father's words, she was murdered by Pfizer and it was sanctioned by the Irish state. Right? She was up within a year, she got coerced into... Yeah, say it! Justice for Ava! Justice for all! Justice for Ava! Justice for all! Just any mother, father, grandmother or father out there, just think about it. When you bring a child into the world, all the worry, all the time you spend looking after them, the nights you stay up, making sure they're all right, nursing through sickness and health. And then one day, Sorry. Right, so this girl was coerced. She was the last person in her class to take that job, that fucking poison, excuse me for cursing, but I'm real about it. Right. 23,000 excess mortality in this country, lads, since they rolled out of that job. And they're all responsible for it. And I want to see every one of them involved in it, from top to bottom, including them fucking scumbags in that Dáil getting taken down for it. The only thing that's going to sort this, lads, for me, is Nuremberg 2.0. Nothing else will do, okay? I want to see everyone involved in this from top to bottom swinging. I want to see them swinging. I don't care who bleeding thinks what, all right? If you don't sort this out, they're going to do it again and do it again, all right? Lads, some of us have been on the road for the last few years, and now that we've taken an awful lot of hits off this government, and we paved the way and made it easier for other people to come after us, right? I take that and off these every day of the week. Everything I do is for my family and for my children and for their children, all right? And for their God-given birthright, okay? And say one more thing, and always remember it, there's not a guard, there's not a judge, there's not a politician above you in this world. The only one above you in this world is God, all right? I got to leave you on this, lads, right? That absolute scumbag player. You must be embarrassed for yourselves that he's from Cork, that Micheál Martin, right? aren't thinking of me, how, right? You call us migrants. We haven't even swung their fucking teeth yet. We've only exposed you. Just one more thing, lads, before I go. My mother-in-law's down there, Teresa. She's one of my best supporters. She's absolutely love her, right? This whole movement is based on love, right? It's based on love of country, God, family, our children, and their futures. That's it, all right? There's no hate here, okay? And one more thing is, my wife's birthday tomorrow. Would you do us a favour? She's going to kill me when I go home, right? My beautiful wife's name's Audrey. I wouldn't be anywhere in my life only for her. I absolutely adore her, whenever she walks on. Do us a favour and sing a happy birthday for tomorrow, will you? All right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless everyone this week. Eric Blighe.
Happy birthday, Larry. I know you're watching. Well, we have a fine, well-spoken lady from Kerry. She's not afraid to take on anyone, especially the heavy hitters. Can I give it up, everyone, for Michelle Keane? Friends, neighbours, people of Era, and the proud people of the People's Republic of Cork. I, Michelle Keane, from Knocknagoshel, a mother, an ordinary Irish woman just like you, stand here before you today, not in anger, but in unity, calling on every single one of you to rise for the common purpose. An Ireland free. Call me what you will. Make me a scapegoat. Call me a failed politician if it suits the headlines or the narrative. But I say this, please, let's save our country, Cork. I was jailed unlawfully for 4 days to Limerick prison a week before Christmas, a mother of two, by the Irish so-called Free State. While known criminals, rapists, paedophiles and murderers walk our streets freely and given a new identity, prisoner 125204. And why? Because I spoke out and told the truth. I told the truth. Because I dared to challenge them, the system. But they forgot one thing. They can jail me. They can even try and silence Michelle Keane. But they will never defeat the Irish people. Not as long as we refuse to bow. We do not bow to Micheál Martin, that traitor who called us mongrels. We do not bow to Simon Harris. We do not bow to the unelected bureaucrats in Europe, in Brussels. We do not answer to globalist suits in silence. Even voices in the Dáil, like Michael Healy-Rae and his political elites, have all tried to silence me. So I say to Michael Healy-Rae and his elites, let them jail me again. Let them jail me again. But I ask you, Cork, the rebel county, if they shut me up, will you rise up in my place? Who will rise in my place? Will they shut you up? I can't hear you. Will they shut you up? I can't hear you. Will they shut you up? These are trying times, and right now, more than ever, our country needs one thing: unity! Let every eye focus on one horizon, an not to the elites, not to the bankers and wankers of this country, not to the coalitions made in back rooms with Micheál Martin and this cobbled-together Irish government. This country does not belong to these traitors, Micheál Martin and Simon Harris. It does not belong to these people inside Dáil Éireann and the insiders in Dublin. It belongs to you, the working people, and don't ever forget it, and don't ever let them silence you and thinking otherwise. Let us remember the people who bled for this land. Michael Collins, Tom Barry, Liam Lynch, Thomas McCurtain, Sean Moylan, Sean Hegarty, Terence McSweeney, Dan Murphy, the blacksmith volunteer that came from Knocknagoshel, and his brother John Coffey Murphy, Countess Markovich, Eamon de Valera, and the common man women that died for what? They died in vain with what these traitors are doing to this country now. These people died in vain. They fought for a free republic. Now, folks, the Cork Rebel County and the people of Éire, it's our turn now. If it takes peaceful resistance to reclaim this nation, we will rise. We will rise. If it takes truth and courage, we will answer. Yes, we will answer. I saw it myself on election night as a presiding officer in Turin Cahill polling station, tore out ballot papers right in front of me while a polling clerk looked idly on. And I will prove this injustice in the high courts in Ireland. To the men and the women of Ireland, I say, turn back now. It's not too late. Let us claim our republic, a republic for the people, by the people, and led by the people. Now to the rising voices of Irish women, I say, now here is a chance for our women. Take it as a compliment that your voices are rising, louder, stronger, prouder every day. They said our goals were too high. They said we were divided, but they were wrong. Some days are just days, but there are days like this one. A day history will remember. Because we refused to sit on the sidelines, because we stood up and said, not our country, not today. If we have the courage to fight, to change, to rise, then we must remember this. This Irish Republic was established by the Irish people, and it can only be disestablished by the Irish people. So I ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to stand up for your country, for your children, for your county? Because when ordinary Irish people stand together, we do extraordinary things. Gaurav Mila Mohagan, Chucky Law, long live the Republic!
Before I call on the next speaker, can I just put the word out? My wife and children are out there somewhere. I lost you along the way. So can you make it up towards the stage, sweetheart? Because I can't see you. The next speaker is Jordan from the National Party of Cork. Now, Jordan, are you here?
How's it going, everyone? My name's Jordan Crowley and I'm from the National Party here in Cork. I want to start off by saying thank you all for coming out and standing here with us today. And not just for us up here either, and not just for this movement, but for something deeper, something older, something nearly buried. You didn't come today to be entertained. You didn't come to wave a sign or shout at the sky. You came because you know something in this country is dying. Not all at once, not with a bang, but system by system, voice by voice, lie by lie. They tell us everything's fine, that the economy is growing, that all the diversity is enriching, that we should be grateful to live in this modern Ireland. But look around and ask yourself, is this the type of functional nation we want to live in? A nation where your child is priced out of owning a home in the town they grew up in. A nation where your wage doesn't cover your rent, where your people are told to sit down and shut up while the government hands over your future to strangers. And they expect you to accept it, to watch it all disappear and say nothing. But here's what they didn't count on. We're still fucking here! The ones who remember how it's supposed to be. The ones who won't apologise for wanting to live in a country that serves its own people. The ones who never forgot that Ireland is not just a market, not just a location, but a legacy, a people, a duty, a home. And for too long the decent people of this nation have been too polite, too patient and too afraid to say what they say. Well, I'll say it. This is not your fault. You didn't fail your country failed you. Your leaders sold you out. Your media lied to you. Your future was stolen and cut up and handed out like spoils while you were told to be quiet and behave. They sold your homes to foreign investment funds. They packed your hospitals with foreign staff while driving Irish doctors and nurses out. They've rewritten laws to silence you and stifle opposition, all in the name of inclusion. They don't fix what they break. They bury it. And then they bury you under slogans, under shame, under numbers and names that don't mean anything anymore. I know they want you to believe that nothing can be done, that it's too late, that Ireland has to be shared with the world until there's nothing Irish left in it. But that is a lie. It's always been a lie. And the people in this crowd and the people watching from home know it. They are afraid, not of any of us, but of what we represent. Memory, conviction, the refusal to surrender. They needed us fragmented, they needed us ashamed, they needed us to believe we were alone so they could rule over us without any resistance. But we are not alone and we are not going anywhere. And today I want every man and woman listening to understand this. You do not need permission to stand up. You do not need to be an expert. You do not need to wait for the media to say it's okay. You just need to remember who you are and decide you've had enough. We don't need to burn anything. We don't need to riot. We need to rebuild from the ground up, street by street, home by home, family by family. Because there is no cavalry coming to save us. There is no saviour from the mainstream. There's only us, the forgotten people of this country, the working man, the mother pushed to the side, the youth who see no future here, the grandparent looking out the window of the country they don't recognise anymore. And we are what remains. And what remains is more than enough to start again. Ireland doesn't belong to Brussels. It doesn't belong to the NGOs. It doesn't belong to the landlords. It belongs to the Irish people. It always has. It always has and it always will, so long as we are willing to stand up and defend it. So for those out there who had spit on the sacrifice of our ancestors, who had betrayed our legacy, let them hear us now. This is our land. This is our home. This is our future. Our hopes, our dreams, our ancestors, our legacy. This is our Ireland, and it always will be. From now until the end of time, so long as the wind blows over our fields and the rivers flow from our mountaintops, so long as there's a single blade of fucking grass left on this island, and a single Irishman or woman willing to stand up and defend it, they will never win.
Wow, lads, there's passion. Wow, oh my God. Get them out. Traitors in the government. Get them out. Well, lads, I'm calling another speaker. We have Blighe Steenson from Dublin inner city. Lads, I can't believe the amount of you that is here today. It's absolutely amazing. Up Cork! Up Cork! The Rebel County! Welcome, Blighe.
We all right on that? Okay, yeah. It's fabulous to be here today in the Rebel County.
And as I look across the crowd, from the ground you can't actually see how big it is, but from here you can. And look at the sea of tricolours. That one flag is what petrifies the political class in this country. When they saw in April in Dublin the sea of tricolours, they were petrified. Don't mind what they say. They are concerned and shocked at the level that this movement has risen to. In less than 2.5 years, we have brought this from a couple of people in East Wall to the numbers that are here today, the 50,000 in Dublin a couple of weeks ago, and the double that figure that will be in Dublin on the 22nd of June. When people say to you, what do these rallies achieve? Why do we bother?
Unity.
These are done for a number of reasons, and you can see the way the movement grows through these rallies. It gives confidence to people who know what's the right thing to say and do, but are afraid to come out. When they see the numbers that are out, they will come out, and more people are realising what's going on in this country. And I'm glad to come down here to Cork, the rebel county, the home of the so-called Taoiseach in this country. And let me send a very clear message to Micheál Martin. We are not the mongrels. We are thoroughbreds. And we will take this nation back from the political class who are beholden to the international world. We don't care what Brussels says. We are going to take this country and run it for the benefit of its people. The only thing the political class are capable and good at in this country is waiting lists and failures. I'm sure some of you watched, or at least heard about it and watched it later, because I'm sure most of you don't watch RTE at the best of times. But the programme into the nursing homes. Remember, these are the nursing homes that they sent people out of hospitals in a number of years ago and left them to die. 20 years from Lee's Cross, when we were told the very same thing about a nursing home a couple of miles from the one that they exposed the other night. Nothing has changed. We have more regulations. We have more people employed to inspect. What are they inspecting? We're told that in the children's hospitals, that hundreds of children who shouldn't have had hip operations had them. How can that happen in a so-called developed world? This government and the entire political class, the 33,000 NGOs, the €6.5 billion they get, their time is coming to an end. And we will take back power in this people through a peaceful movement. We don't need guns or bombs. We are doing this by the mobilisation of tens of thousands of people. Since the rally in Dublin on the 26th of April, there have been protests every day somewhere in this country. We saw the people in Taggart the other day taking a new tactic of driving around slowly to slow down traffic. It's that type of peaceful action that we will be taking. And in the coming months, when a new movement is launched, when a new attempt to bring this forward through unity and to bring all of our people with us to take back this nation. And none of us here who are involved in this are doing this for ourselves. We have nothing personally to gain. other than the saving of our nation. We are doing it for our children, our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. When we say we want to make Ireland great again, the left come out with their usual slogans. Oh, is that when the church ran the place? Is that when we had industrial schools and mother and baby homes? No, it's when we were able to walk our streets safely. It's when we were able to buy a house or get a social house. It was when we could get medical treatment when we needed it. That's the Ireland we want. When our children could go to school and get an education and not get indoctrinated into woke liberalism. That's the type of Ireland we want. The Ireland set out in the Proclamation of 1916 and set out so clearly there that we will cherish the children of our nation equally. And this is our nation. And we will be taking it back. Go to Mila Mahagod. And we'll see you all in Dublin on the 22nd.
Fantastic, Malachy, as always. Thank you so much. Well, we saved the best to last. Our very own Cork-born Derek Blighe. This man has been annihilated, his name slated and dragged through the mud, and he has done this for the benefit of us, the Irish people. He has been boots on the ground for years, and I wouldn't be here today fighting the good fight if not for him, as he was an inspiration to me, and I thank you for that, Derek. So can I get a big round of applause, please, for Derek Blighe?
3 years ago, we stood here in Cork, up at the Grand Parade, in our hundreds. Today, we stand here in our thousands. We stand here to tell the government enough with your failed housing policy. Enough with your failed healthcare policy. Enough with your failed immigration policy. I could stand here all day listing the failures of Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and the fake opposition and the cover-ups provided by the government-funded media, RTE and their cronies. But I'm not here today to talk about them. I'm here to talk about us. I want to talk about us and how we rebel against those who forced our young, bright, talented, educated young people from our shores. To the Irish diaspora, I say this: us nationalists hear you. Us nationalists see you, and us nationalists want to give you a homeland to return to. This country has suffered the incompetency of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael for over 100 years. This Gandhianism politics has brought Ireland from freedom and independence to today's Ireland, where we are led by young global leaders. Do you hear me, Varadkar? These people focus on putting diversity first. They want to put climate first. They want to put the foreigner first. What counts in my heart and soul is to put the Irish first.
was not built in a day. And it took 100 years of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael to put us here. And we're not going to fix it in a day. But we are going to boot this cronyism and corruption out of this country once and for all. Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Nationalists started out as a minority. Grand Parade, we had 600 people. Different story here today. Day by day, the seeds we sow. Protest by protest, our numbers grow. The time has come for this government to go. The government's biggest fear is we the people. Why? Because we stand here as many and they stand here as few. As we nationalists unite, it sends shivers down the backs of those spineless traitors to Ireland. So in closing, I ask every true nationalist to feel the weight of our forefathers' hands upon our shoulders. I ask every true nationalist to feel our forefathers' heart's rhythm within your heart. And I ask every true nationalist to feel the strain of our forefathers' sacrifices in our minds. We are the custodians of this glorious land. We are the custodians of this blood-stained soil. And we are not going to allow EU bureaucrats and paper pushers in the door to give our country away. God willing, someday we will meet our patriot dead in heaven. And when we do, we can look them and God straight in the eye and say that we put Ireland first. God bless Ireland and God bless every one of you. And people ask me, they say, Derek, what are these protests doing? Why are we doing it? What's the point? We do it so we can get you here, so we can tell you how we're going to fix it. For far too long, decisions that shape our lives have been made without us. Policies are being pushed on our communities without our consent, without debate, and without democratic approval. Sometimes, with the violent oppression has not been seen since we were a British colony. That ends today. Because we are launching a nationwide movement, a constitutional call, we demand a national referenda on issues that determine our future. Immigration, asylum, housing, citizenship, neutrality, and freedom of speech. But we are calling for something that's long overdue. the restoration of Article 48, which gave us, the people, the right to trigger a referendum on national issues. That was taken away from us. We are demanding it be returned. Because our republic is not just about ticking boxes. It's about you, the people, having the final say.
Don't give them 5 more years! Get them out!
So what is it? This is all we ask. This is all we ask you. Go to your phones. Go to www.ourpetitions.ie. Choose which petition you want to support, or choose them all. One name, one email. That's it. No address required. 20 seconds of your day. That's all it takes. I want to vote. I want a voice. I want my country back. Then share it. Share it with everybody you know on social media. On the street, in the pub, everywhere. Let's spread this far and wide. There is a QR code on the leaflets. We have them here. Take them. Pass them around. We want 75,000 signatures. We will then present those signatures to Dáil Éireann. We are going to make it impossible for them to refuse it. This is not just a petition. This is a line in the sand. This is a message to Leinster House that we want our voices heard. You govern by the will of the people, and the people demand to be heard. We are not asking for permission. We are exercising our right, and we are reclaiming our place in this republic as sovereign citizens, not silent victims. I want everybody to get a leaflet today, and I want everybody to go to ourpetitions.ie and have your say in the future of your country. And in closing, I'm going to get this national hero, Darren McGovern, to sing us out.
How's it going, folks? I'm going to sing one little song, and I want every man, woman and child to join in and sing that song so that the animals in Dáil Éireann know that we're here, because we are not going away. God save Ireland, said the heroes. God save Ireland, say they all. Whether on the scaffold high or the battlefield we die. Oh, what battle ends for Ireland do we fall? High upon the gallows tree, son an noble-hearted tree, with the banjos swearing stricken in their bloom. And they met them face to face with the courage of their race. And they went with soldier and donkey to their doom. Sing it! And God save Ireland, save the heroes. God save Ireland, save the heroes. And whether on the scaffold high, on the battlefield we die. Oh, what battle ends for Ireland do we fall? Up the rugged stairs, when their voices out in prayer, when the a message from the nationalist people. And I wrote this song as a message to the traders in the Dáil. I am living a life doing what I was told. I was raised good and taught not to be bold. But there's only so much a man can hold before he's forced to lose total control. Living in Ireland, honest heart and soul. The TD's up in Dublin, they all think that they have total control. But here's what I know, he's having a clue. Because the nationalists are coming down here. And this is true. Living belongs to me and you. Living in Ireland, united we stand against the forces of evil from the EU, the WEF, and all that clan. You have your foot on our chest. You're throwing us down. You're putting our people 6 feet in the ground. You're creating a monster in every village and town, and it's coming to tear this government down. And you can call us friends from the far right. But they both words. We don't give a shite, cause we are big strong. The community is right. The following first to do what's right. It's the mainstream media. We tell the truth about the missing children. About the abuse. We ministers and helpers. Pregnancy men. Created COVID books for the Blighe friends. I want
something better, so keep coming out. Thank you so much.
So that's pretty much it, folks, but we'll just stay alive there for another few minutes. It was hard to see the crowd from up the front, but looks like a brilliant turnout, to be fair. It was supposed to run till about for an hour. Yeah. Very hard to see up the front. Yeah. I was trying to find somewhere on the wall, but it's all pretty much taken. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, scan the QR code, I think. And or just visit our competitions, or visit it. Or what? Or petitions.ie.
Oh, I didn't see that. Where did you see that?
At the top.
Oh.
So if you just go onto that,
yeah.
I'm guessing that's where the QR code takes you.
Okay.
So it might be worth checking out, folks.
Was it the two of you?
Just get the crowd dispersing really, and then tricolours everywhere. Do. Gonna start walking. McGregor. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them. the what's it called? They also have the mounted unit, the horses. Yeah.
Well, where are you going? Do you want
straight on, I suppose?
to get a coffee? Or do you want to go your own way? Because I have a few things to do.
Yeah, I'll probably do my own way, so.
Yeah, I have a few things to do. So you sure now?
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Not a bother. See you later.
Nice one, the white one. Which one? The white one. Thank you. Go that way. Yeah, no, we delivered that. I just be driving for 15 minutes, so.
Yeah, it's where you see the horses out in Cork. They're probably brought down from Dublin. So yeah, there's still a few nice small crowds outside City Hall. I think there's actually there's something on after this as well that they're organising. Some of the speakers are organising, so it might be continuing on for another hour. I'm not sure if it's worth hanging around for it. We'll go for one more quick look around, so.
You went over and hugged him.
So I don't think there's much more happening here, so we're going to cut the stream. But thanks very much for tuning in. Make sure to hit subscribe as well if you want to see any more events coming up in the future. And also hitting the like button as well on the stream does help push the video out. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again. Cheers.